Michele Crispo of MMA 24 here, and today I'm with the grief Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Nice to see you, man, and nice to have you here. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm about to celebrate Thanksgiving with the family. I feel great. I look great. Most importantly, you know, I'm just enjoying my day today.
Are you in San Francisco right now? Is right?
Correct. In that area, yes.
How is the situation over there regarding the COVID-19?
The COVID-19, everything is on lockdown. Is very strict out here in San Francisco. So there's a curfew. You cannot be outside between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. But everything is closing down again.
Is your gym open or closed?
Well, my gym is in Los Angeles. So right now my gym in Los Angeles is open, but we're taking further precaution with the COVID going on and with the city having to give, just with all that, we're taking precautions going in to what they seem to be code purple with Los Angeles going on out there with the COVID.
Anthony, how did it start your passion for the MMA?
How did I start MMA? Well,
Yeah.
well, back in 2013, I've gotten approached by a gentleman named James Hardman. He said, "Hey, ever thought about fighting doing MMA?" I'm like, "What the hell is MMA? I've never even heard of it before." He's like, "Come on by to my gym, let me show you." So a week later, I go down to his gym. I end up doing a couple kicking bags, punching bags. I'm like, this is boring. What the hell is this? So I end up doing it for about a month. I said, okay, at least I'm learning how to fight. And then my coach at the time said, hey, you should learn how to, you should fight for fight in the cage as an amateur. So I did a couple of amateur circuits. And then I met my coach on Facebook, who's Antonio McKee, who's AJ McKee's dad. I met him on Facebook. I moved to LA. I was a stripper, turned from stripper to MMA fighter professionally.
Anthony, you have a record of 7 wins and 5 defeats, is right?
Correct, correct.
You have fought in many important promotions like the BAMMA and the Bellator MMA. What was the hardest moment of your career and which was the best? The
Uh,
hardest, sorry. The best and the hardest moment of your career, sorry.
no worries. I feel like the learning experience was probably one of the was the best moments of my career, learning from those losses, because you don't always have to lose to learn a lesson. That's what I was told by AJ McKee. And having to lose those fights, those played a big role when it comes to learning new things. One of the most amazing journeys of that is going on a 5-fight winning streak. I got to fight in different organizations, not just organizations. I got to fight all around the world. You know, got to fight in I got to fight in Ireland. I got to fight in Budapest. I got to fight in England. So I've gotten a chance to get out the country and fight in different worlds. Like how many people actually got out of their hometown, out of their city, out of the world. I'm very fortunate that I had the opportunity because of Bellator and Bama. You know, I've also I've also tried speaking to Venator a couple of times, but they didn't seem interested at the time of me coming to Italy and fighting there. You know, so I'm enjoying myself, and I would love to come back to Europe and showcase my skills, showcase my talent when it comes to speaking, and just having a good time.
Anthony, 2 days ago, on your recent profile, you said that you will return to the cage in January. Could
Yes.
you tell us something more?
Well, I really can't say the promotion yet because I don't want to spoil it with nobody. But I will be fighting. I will be fighting in January. We haven't even talked about the opponent yet, so I really can't bring it up as far as who I'm fighting for and who I'm fighting because I haven't signed the contract. But most likely I'll be dropping back down weight back to 45. Now I haven't fought 45 since Adam Boric, and that was April 17th of 2017. So it's probably going to be 4 years now that I'm fighting back at 145.
Anthony, how did your nickname Pretty Boy come about?
Well, you know, fighting in the amateur circuit, the girls will come up to me after I fight, after I win my fight, of course. And they, oh my gosh, you're such a little pretty boy. Look at your face. You haven't got hit once. I said, okay, let me just adapt that name. Like, so pretty boy started catching on. The girls started loving it. People start really enjoying that name. And it's like, hey, how can you not like the flamboyant one? The most electrifying man in MMA of all time. I am the pretty boy.
Who is your source of inspiration in the MMA in
I
your
say a
life?
lot. I say, when it comes to entertaining, because I don't say I'm an MMA fighter, I'm an entertainer. Because at the end of the day, us MMA fighters are here to entertain the fans. We are, so I consider myself as the entertainer because I'm not just a fighter. I'm an actor. I can dance. I can sing. I have many multiple talents. But one of the most inspirational person who has affected my life has been The Rock. WWE itself, because you wonder, can you do those type of stuff in real life? Most of the time, no, can't. You can't do those things in real life. But the fact that we grew up seeing the charisma of WWE, like The Rock himself, like inspired me to become an entertainer, inspired me to be a fighter. You got people like Mike Tyson who just goes in there and knock you out. I grew up watching Mike Tyson, so those are very inspirational people.
Anthony, what do you think about the fighter or the WWE Superstar who pass to the WWE, to the UFC or Bellator promotion?
I think it's a great thing. I think not a lot of people can how I would say it. I don't feel like a lot of people can translate from going to WWE to fighting to the UFC. There's not a lot of people who are capable of doing that, but there is a good transition from going from MMA to WWE, because you see the charisma of fighters like Conor McGregor, who has that charisma. You see Floyd Mayweather from boxing go to WWE. You see he has that charisma. You see Brock Lesnar, he has that charisma. But we all know Brock Lesnar has a wrestling fighting background before he got into WWE. You see people like Kurt Angle, charisma. A lot of people with charisma definitely do succeed in that entertainment field when it comes to professional wrestling. I personally would love the opportunity to showcase my skills and my gimmicks in WWE.
Coming soon.
Coming, hopefully to a city near you.
Anthony, would you like to fight one more time in the Bellator MMA promotion, or would you like to join another MMA promotion?
I think my time with Bellator has come to an end. They taken care of me the times I was with the promotion, but right now my focus is on the UFC, baby. The UFC is exactly where I am, and what are the plans there. Me too. Just got to win a couple more fights, and then I punch the ticket to the UFC.
Anthony, would you like to face someone in particular?
Face someone in particular? Definitely Nate Diaz. I would love to fight Nate Diaz, particularly because we don't like each other, we don't get along, and it's a field between me and him. But when I do get to UFC, I'll call him out if I can. If he takes a fight, cool. If he doesn't, so be it. But right now, I'm just taking it one day at a time, one fight at a time, and definitely getting that work. And hopefully, I win the belt in the UFC. My goal is to be the champ, be the world champ, be known, not just an MMA fighter, but be known.
Final question, hard question. What are your plans for the future?
My plans in the future is to train hard, win more fights, get to the UFC, win that belt, talk shit, become a superstar, do movies, you know, but starring with The Rock. You know, those are my futures, being movies in with The Rock. That's what I'm going to achieve. That's what I'm going to do. And I will make it happen because I'm very ambitious enough to make those dreams come true.
Anthony, thanks for your time. It was a great honor to talk with you. Do you have something to say to your fans and to your Italian fans?
I say to all my Italian fans, you know, don't hold your breath because I will be fighting in front of you guys eventually, sooner or later. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you everybody around Europe who has supported me. You know, thank you for all my haters, my lovers, family, and thank you most of all for taking the time to interview me, to talk to me, to understand who I am. And I'm looking forward to interviewing with you again.
Thank you, Anthony. See you the next time.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.